Hola! So this is my second video. It's a bit late. Today is Saturday, so probably better to do it on Saturday. So it was 2 weeks on Wednesday, so a few days ago. I should have done a second video. Anyways, I was like looking for a place where to do it because I moved house. So yeah, I was staying in the first house with a private bathroom for the first 2 weeks, which was great. Amazing house, really clean. We had a lady cooking for us, and yeah, it was a great house. It was five of us, 5 students. But I decided to move to a new house because it's a bit cheaper, and I'm planning to stay long term, so I have to be careful with my spendings. It's $40 cheaper per week. So yeah, what I've been doing, trying to remember. I've been here yeah, just over 2 weeks now, but it feels like I've been here for longer than that. Quite busy with everything, with studying, with dancing salsa, doing trips. So probably the highlight was the volcano tour. So we went last Saturday. We went to the Acatenango volcano. So we climb up there. It's very high. It's 3,900, over 3,900 meters high, and it was a big challenge. And yeah, so we went on Saturday. We went to the hostel. We booked it with the hostel, and we started hiking up around 11:30, and it took us like 5 to 6 hours to get not to the top, but close enough to the camping site. So what they told us to take with us was 4 liters of water. So I had a huge 4-liter container in my backpack, and I obviously had other things as well, and it made my backpack super heavy. So that's why it was so hard for me to walk up, because my bag was really heavy. And you know, walking up was a challenge because it was like walking up on a sand dune, so the ground was not solid. It was very soft, and it was quite steep as well in many areas. So we started around this time, which is really hot, and then as you get higher it gets colder and cooler, but you're constantly hot and sweating because you're working out basically. But yeah, how did we book it? So we went on Friday evening. We went to look for a deal, because there's a lot of agencies, there's a lot of hostels, they do like package deals. It's an overnight stay, and they will have slightly different price ranges and slightly, well, similar packages, but a few different things. Like we don't have, for example, I don't have a jacket, like a warm jacket to wear, and some warm clothes you would need up there because it's quite cold. It's like -degrees at the top. And so yeah, we paid 400 quetzales. I mean, it's like my flatmates, so me and another four of us, well, 4 of us in total, because there's 5 of us in the other house I was living with, and the girl, she's already done it, the Polish girl, and then there were 2 English guys and an English girl. We all wanted to do it together, and yeah, so we went around a few places looking for this good deal, and we wanted to have enough people in the group as well, because one place we first went, they only had 2 people, so we decided to not go with them because we were not sure how good they are if it's only a small amount of people. And we left it really last minute, so definitely better to book in advance, because some places we went, they've already sold out as well. But yeah, we ended up booking it with a hostel which is very close to the school. And funny enough, this hostel, I've actually walked in there before, because last week, well, the week before, after a week basically being here, I was curious just to kind of get an idea of the prices for the hostels, and there's some really nice hostels. So I kind of went in a few places and asked, how much would it be for me to have my own bedroom in the hostel. But it's much it's much more expensive than staying with a family. Plus you would have to cook your own meals, so you'd have to spend more time going out and cooking and all of that. But yeah, so this hostel I've been before, and I met the owner, and he's shown me a room there, Yuri, and I didn't like the room he was showing me, but he also said that he has another room in his house, and he offered to show me that. So that sounded quite good, because he said he can do me a good deal if I'm staying for a month, and that's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to stay here for probably another month to learn Spanish, because my Spanish is really bad. I need more time. but I didn't go to see it because I've just met him, and then I decided to extend my stay with my other family. I mean, with my first family I was with, and but I kept him in mind because I met another girl at school who had problems with her family. Like one of the lady in her house died, and then she had to move to another house, and it was in really quite bad conditions. So I thought maybe she could move in with him, you know. She was also planning to stay here for a little longer. Anyways, and then we, by coincidence, ended up booking our tickets in the same hostel. So they sold us the tickets for the Arcatanango. It's an overnight trip. But yeah, so he had my number, and I said I'll speak with the American girl, and if she wants to, we can go and see it together, maybe on Monday or something. But then he, because I didn't have any hiking boots, so I said if they provide us with hiking boots, he said no, I don't think they've got shoes, and he said he might have something in his house. So I did go to actually see his house on Friday, and showed me his house, and he gave me the trainers to wear for the volcano trip. His house is amazing, like big house, 5 bedrooms, well, plus the living room and the kitchen and the big courtyard, and he's living there by himself. So he's got it in Airbnb, but he would like, I think, someone for maybe a month or 2. Anyways, it was really nice, and I thought I'll think about it, and I'll speak with the American girl and let her know if she wants to come and see it together. And yeah, so about the volcano, I'll probably have to do another separate video for that. I'd say there's some things I could have done better in terms of hiking boots, having like wet wipes and tissue and things like that, because it's very, very dusty. And I definitely would have not taken that much water with me, because that made the hike really hard. So we were walking, it was a group of 11 of us, so it's a good size, mostly guys. It was just me, my flatmate and another girl. But yeah, we were walking for like 10 minutes and we were out of breath already. And I thought I'm fit, and when people were saying it's hard, I was like, yeah, you know, it can't be that hard. But yeah, well, if you haven't done it, then it's hard to imagine it. And yeah, so we had quite a few breaks. Some people were faster than others. We all had different speeds. Some people were quite fast, some people much slower than others. But we all got up just before the sunset, and that was really nice. But the views all along were really nice, different climates, so the nature and the trees and everything, the views constantly were changing. And then yeah, in the evening, so we were all like sitting around the fireplace, just chatting. Some people were singing for a short time as well. That was funny. And we had a Chinese guy in the group, and he was playing some Chinese music, which was quite random but funny. But yeah, nice group of people, so got to meet some new people. And on the way down, was it on the way down? No, on the way up I think it was. On the way down it was actually. I was talking to this American guy, and he's like done so much hiking, he's traveled all over the world. He was really interesting, so we was chatting a lot. And he was a grandfather, I couldn't believe that. He was really fit. It was like 60 years old, but he's got like 4 children and 2 grandchildren, and he was like traveling on his own, and he travels on his own a lot. But yeah, he's planning to live to 120 years old, so I was like, yeah, good on you, I'm sure you can do that. So yeah, I'm just doing this video, and then some people are walking past, so there is nowhere else I can do the video, because in my house where I'm living now there isn't much space. So I had to come and find a quiet spot, but it's not that quiet. What else? I think, yeah, for the Acatenango tour, I'll probably do another video with pictures, and I took some video clips in there as well. So after the dinner we had around the fireplace, we all went to kind of into our tents around 10 o'clock or something like that. And it was really cold, so we all had to dress up really warm. So I had like 3 layers of long sleeve tops, jeans and socks, and I was still cold with my sleeping bag. But luckily one of the local guys brought me his jacket, So I met him last Sunday and he said he can bring me one. And so I put that on, and then the tour company gave me another jacket. So I had 2 jackets. So the other big jacket, which is like a huge extra large sumo kind of looking jacket, I put that on top of my sleeping bag. So that kind of kept me warm, but it was a bit uncomfortable. Luckily it was just me and my flatmate in one tent, because the rest of the people was 3 people in one tent. So yeah, we got lucky in that way. And yeah, none of us really slept properly. I think most people were like 2 to 3 hours maximum, constantly awake. But what was amazing that we saw the volcano, the active one, which is the everyone goes. I mean, that's why we're climbing up on the volcano to see the fire volcano, which is the highly active one. It's actually called Fuego volcano, and that was really amazing to see, especially in the dark, because you can see the lava bursting out and then it's sliding down. Yeah, that was amazing. It was quite active actually throughout the night. You can hear it. It sounded like a thunderstorm, and yeah, then they woke us up around 4:30. We got ready and then we started walking to the top of the volcano to have the best views. And this was actually the hardest walk. That was really the hardest, because it was even more steep, it was dark, and the ground was even softer, and there was no proper roads, you know, like, it's so hard. It was super hard. So I took a lot of breaks. I mean, everyone took a lot of breaks, and I was thinking at one point, am I even going to make it? Anyways, I pushed myself. That was a good challenge, really good challenge. And I got up to the top just right to a few minutes before the sunrise, and that was amazing. Beautiful views. But yeah, I had so many layers, and luckily I didn't have the bag, so we left the backpacks in the tents. So I just had a water bottle and my phone and camera, and so it was definitely easier to walk in terms of there was no weight. But yeah, a challenge. Still a challenge. But yeah, as you get up it gets colder. So when I got to the top it was super cold, and I had no gloves, so my fingers were frozen, my toes started to get really cold. And luckily one of the tour guys from another tour group, because you kind of meet up as you go up with other tours, and everyone goes in different speeds as well, and one of the tour guys gave me his gloves. So sweet of him. He wanted them back later, but I couldn't find him, so I felt bad, but what can I do? There's loads of people at the top, loads of people. It's quite big at the top as well, so it's like a hole in the middle, and then you have this kind of round that you can go around. But I only stayed up there about maybe 15 minutes maximum, because I was freezing. I was so freezing. It was really cold, so it was the wind which was really cold, and because I didn't have a hat, so probably it's a good idea to take a hat next time, and something to kind of cover up your whole face and just kind of have your eyes out. I didn't have any of that, so that would have made a difference if I had that. And then yeah, so kind of lost everybody, and then I luckily ran into my flatmates, and then we were going down together. Going down was, at the beginning, was okay because it was soft, so in one point I kind of ran down, and that was a bit fun. But later on it got slippery, and some people were more cautious than others. And God, it's quite windy today. It took us like 3 hours or something to go down, or even more. I can't remember now. Yeah, it was hard in some areas, because the ground later on got really slippery, because I didn't have the hiking boots on. Yeah, I actually slipped once, so I've got the scratches on my elbow here. But yeah, I would say going down for me was easier. You just have to be more careful and then balance. Then going up was just hard work. But some people found going down as hard as going up actually as well. But yeah, we didn't have any breakfast in the camping site, and then we had to go down, so we only had breakfast at around 11:30 or something like that, before we took the bus back to Antigua. So yeah, I was quite hungry because I didn't have any snacks left by then. Finished them all yesterday. And yeah, I got back to Antigua around, I don't know, 1 o'clock, something like that, and then we went straight into shower. Just tried to wash off all this dust. There was like dust everywhere. It was crazy how dusty it was. So definitely, yeah, if you go, wear a mask or something, like a scarf. And then, yeah, what was I doing on Sunday? Oh, and then I met up with Yuri, so the guy from the hostel. Met met up with him because he was inviting me to some pool party, and I was like, I can't go. My toes were still dirty even after the shower. I couldn't get the dust out, so properly. And I was like, let's just meet up, at 4:30, something like that. And then I went to town, and it was super busy because it's a Holy Week, so it's absolutely crowded around the church there. I looked around there. I got myself like a facial oil, natural, 100% natural. So they've got a lot of like natural products, which is great. I love that. And then I ran into him actually. I was supposed to meet him at his hostel, but I ran into him as I was in this little mini market in the square by the church, where it was super busy, like so many people. Because a lot of people come from other cities, other towns, and even other countries. So it's a whole week. It's a whole month of busyness. And a lot of music and a lot of things happening, and a lot of beautiful flowers on the ground. I put some pictures on my Instagram as well. But yeah, before that I went to see a family because I wanted to move out from my other house. So I asked the school to show me another family where I can move to. And the family house was nice. The guy, the father, he was really nice. He's actually a teacher at my school, so I thought that would be really actually quite useful for me, for my language. I wasn't sure about the conditions of living, comparison to where I was living, because I'm terrified of spiders and bugs. So this room had definitely some cracks that I could not cover up. And then it was this area upstairs where you had a lot of plants and stuff, and I was like, I'm sure there's like spiders and stuff there. So it can be very difficult for me sometimes, even though I try my best to not to be bothered by it, but it's a fear that sometimes you just can't do anything about it. Anyways, and I asked the school to show me something else as well, because I was like, I at least would like to see a couple of places before I decide. So on Monday I went to see another one, which was literally just here behind my house, like literally less than a minute walk. And that was really nice family. It was a mom, her mom, and then 2 children, like teenagers, and then they also have a bunny rabbit and a parrot which is talking, which is really quite cool. A much smaller house, so it's a proper family house, because the other house I was living was a student kind of house. The family was not around. But yeah, it was sweet. We were all like waiting there, and they introduced themselves, and it was really sweet, really warm people, really nice family. But I didn't see the room, so they couldn't show me the room because someone was still in the room and the door was locked. So I really just saw the rest of the house, and then I went to school. So with the school, what I've decided to do is I've done now 2 hours in the afternoon instead of 4 hours. What I did in my first week, that was too much as a beginner. So I think 2 hours as a beginner is just enough hours. And I'm doing afternoon as well, which is actually quite good because it gives me the time to do any homeworks in the morning, and then go to school after lunch. The only challenge is that I'm really tired after lunch. So sometimes it's hard to stay focused after lunch. But anyways, I think it works better for me than the 4 hours. It's just, maybe later on, once I can have a conversation and practice a little bit more. What else? So with the school, I think I'm going to continue with the 2 hours for a few weeks, and I still have to learn a lot of words. And the thing is, I haven't really learned the words, and I haven't really practiced, which is quite bad. So I need to do that. I keep saying to myself, but I get distracted with things like salsa and meeting up with people. It's so easy to get distracted here because there's so many places you can go and so many things you can do. But yeah, with the family, I had to move basically on Wednesday. It was 2 weeks on Wednesday. I'm doing this video and I can't even do a video yet. And then I'm now distracted again. And then what did I want to say? So yeah, it's Wednesday. I had to move. So I decided, I didn't even have a choice because the first family was taken, so I had to move into the second house I've seen. And so I moved on before school on Wednesday, and they were giving me a different room what they originally planned, and the room was like lots of cracks everywhere, like in the ceiling. I mean, it's a nice house, but it's normal here. But for me, I'm looking at those things because I'm scared, like frogs and stuff coming through. So everywhere I go, I make sure those holes are covered. And but this one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna definitely have to have my mosquito net up, otherwise I can't sleep. And then I had lunch, and I've told them that I'm vegetarian, just because I decided to kind of try it. So I had plain pasta, just a spaghetti for lunch. So I was like, okay, that's it, just like plain spaghetti. So I was kind of disappointed with the lunch, because other people obviously had chicken, and they had like kind of a dessert as well, with a dairy, which I said I don't drink milk, even though I eat cheese, but I didn't get the dessert, which is fine. I didn't want the dessert anyways, but at least I thought it would be nice if they replaced the chicken with something like vegetables or something. But fair enough, I mean, maybe they were not prepared, you know, maybe whatever. I wasn't too bothered, but yeah, I was like, wow. The other house had really nice food, so I came just full to have pasta. I mean, I was like, anyways, I didn't want to complain. I didn't say anything. I was fine. I'm grateful. But and then I went to school, and I was so tired. I don't know if it was because I didn't have enough food, enough nutrition, and also it was probably because I didn't sleep a lot the day before. Because Tuesday we went out because it was our Kim, the girl I was living with in my first house. It was her birthday, so we got her a cake in the morning. We sang her happy birthday, and then we went out in the evening. So we invited a few people over. There's only a couple of people who came to the house, but most of the people we met in a hostel nearby. And then Yuri, the guy from the hostel, he came as well, and there were other people. So it was a big group of us. We were all like hanging out basically. And then we went. The hostel's bars, they closed really early, around 10. So we had to go to another place afterwards, and we went to a bar in town. And they closed at 1, so we stayed there until 1 o'clock dancing. Yeah, it was great. It was a fun night, and it's not safe, I'd say, probably. I mean, I haven't had any problems, but they say that you shouldn't walk home by yourself, or in general, girls shouldn't walk around after 10 o'clock. So Yuri took us home. It's got only a 3-seater car, but I was interesting ride at the back of his car. There's a picture of us in my Instagram. And yeah, what else have I been doing? I don't know now. I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. But yeah, in the house now I'm kind of settled. So I've got my mosquito net up, and food has improved a bit. But I think in general they don't really know how to make kind of vegetarian meals, because it's not really common here. So they would just kind of boil vegetables, and they're a little bit boring. But so I'm thinking now, I don't know what to do. If I want to move, because Yuri still has a room in his house, I might still go there. I wanted ideally another girl to come, so at least there's another person, another girl with me. But I do like the idea that I can cook my own meals, and I have the freedom in terms of timings of eating. You know, I don't have to be home at a certain time, because for breakfast, lunch and dinner you have set times, and if you can't make your dinner you have to tell them in advance. And sometimes you don't know, you know, you go to school, you meet up with somebody, and then you have to go to your house to have your meal, because otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's nice, it's comfortable because the meals are made for you, but you can't choose, you have no choice. So sometimes you like your meal, sometimes you don't really. So but I bought a lot of stuff. Yeah, I love the mangoes, absolutely love the mangoes. So I bought mangoes, papayas, watermelons. Yeah, I wish to have more of these things, but they don't, like the locals don't seem to have loads of those every day. I don't know if it's a bit more pricey probably, because I mean they don't get a lot of money for us staying in there. I mean, I pay $85 a week, and that includes 3 meals a day for 6 days. That's so little. So I think they get only like 70. Someone said that day, something 76 or something like that dollars for that. So obviously they'll cook some low-cost meals for us as well. So that's fair enough. But yeah, otherwise it's funny. They have this cute little white rabbit jumping around in the courtyard. That's where my room is facing. And then there is a parrot, and the parrot is like looks quite old, but it keeps shouting abuela, abuela, which is like grandmother, and it shouts something else in Spanish which I don't understand, but it's funny that he's just got always like shouting something, like he needs attention. He can't fly, unfortunately. They've cut the wings, so it's a bit sad, but yeah, it's a cute little parrot, aggressive one. And then the people in the house, so there's 5 students. So I've got a guy next door to me from Germany. He's been there for about 2 weeks, I think now. And there is a girl from Holland. She checked in literally just one day before me. She's here for a week. And there is a older American guy and also an older American woman. They have their separate rooms, and they're like part of the group of travelers or something, American travelers. There's a lot of Americans, yeah, a lot of Americans, a lot of Canadians, but I've met a lot of Europeans as well, surprisingly. But I think everybody is kind of used to it, toller. Like if you don't have quetzales, they would tell you like, you know, we take dollars. I'm like, well, I don't have any dollars. But yeah, the weather's been great. It's always sunny. It hasn't rained once since I've been here, so that's over 2 weeks now. No rain at all, so it's quite dry. But yeah, it's sunny most of the time. Like it's been a couple of cloudy days. So it's cold in the mornings. So in my first week, it was, you know, going to work, going to school, it was cold, so you had to kind of layer up and wear long trousers. But now I'm going to the afternoon class, so I don't even feel the cold. It gets a bit chilly in the evening, but it's not too bad. You just wear like a cardigan and it's fine. Yeah, what else? I think that's all for my second week. I'll try to do it every Saturday now. I have to, because otherwise I'll just forget what I'm doing, you know. It's so much going on. Lots of salsa dancing, a lot of meeting up with people. Yeah, okay. Adios. Until next time.